movie. You hearing me fine over there, Pete? No? Test? Alrighty, folks. This is game 2 of your Saskatoon versus U14AA Rush. We got a special treat in store for you this afternoon. Backed by popular demand is the most honest voice of Rush entertainment, and be entertaining you folks through this second game with some of the most honest feedback you've ever heard during Ringette commentating. So I'm here to educate young and old minds that are tuned in to watch this game about simple rules such as you have to pass it over the blue line, can't touch it on both sides, things like that, you'd often find yourself staring at your TV yelling why there was a whistle there. I can teach you. I can teach you the ways of Ringette so that you can limit that yelling at your TV and focus more on watching your loved one as they try to secure their second win here in against Saskatoon. Rush won game 1, 4-2. I apologize, folks. I got probably one of the worst man colds that's ever known to man. So if I cough into the mic here, I apologize on your. I'll try not to blow your speakers at home, but whatever's going around here has hit me probably harder than most. I may not make it, but we'll see. We'll see. Here we go. Rush to start the ring. Avery's going to grab it. 20 minutes on the clock. First period. Emerson up to Lexi. Lexi McNeil passes it over to Juliet. Misses it. Saints get the ring, but they're quickly checked. Juliet has the ring back. Look for something down low. Cycling around. We got Rachel, Juliet, and Lexi out on the line. We're down one forward. Olivia Labby's got probably not quite the same man cold I do. It's probably a little bit less, but she's at home knocked down with it. Little shot on net there. Goalie makes quick work of that. Saints trying to get it out of their zone. Saints up. Emerson applying some pressure in the neutral zone. Saint is still able to get it, but she's checked by Avery Smoliak with a hard check there up to Ella Weimer in the neutral zone. And back to Ave. Into the corner there, it was missed. Saints have it behind their net. And pass it up. Trying to get out of their zone. It's blocked by Nora Stewart in the neutral zone, who's tripped up. Loses the ring there to the Saints, but Avery gets it back over to Paisley, to Ella. Ella tries to get it up to Nora Stewart. Ella gets it back with a quick shot on the goalie. Again, it's stopped. Saints into the neutral zone. They will bring it into the rush zone. We got Brianne Bell in net. Logan Gilroy checked by number 20. Might need an ID check on number 20. She's looks a little bit above her age based on the size of her. Saints with a shot over the net, and Brianne picks it up. She throws it over the blue line. Rush are not going to be able to play that. That's why their whistle there. The goalie cannot throw the ring over the blue line. So Rush were not able to play that ring. They still did, so Saints will get it in the Rush's defending zone here. Saints setting something up. Aubrey and Emerson on defense, with Maeve at center. Maeve with a hard check as that Saskatoon Jet tried to break through the triangle. Not having it today. Saints with a nice kind of back pass there, but the shot went about 3 feet wide. Rush recover, and they're up into the neutral zone. Nora Veach over to Maeve Humble. Nora Veach trying to crack through. Kind of lost some speed there and dumped it into the corner. Saints recover, and they're into the neutral zone. Aubrey gets the ring back. Aubrey looking for Maeve. Maeve's got it. And Maeve's is going to try to set something up here, cycling around. Maeve to Nora. Nora with a shot. Blocked by the Saints defender. Saints recover it back and then pass it into the neutral zone. Some good back checking there by Aubrey. Saints recover it. Coming in the front. Nice save by Brianne Bell. And we got a stoppage in play. Rush player went through the crease there. Saints have it, and then the Rush defending zone. And they will start to move the ring around. Number 10 cutting through, trying to crack through the defense, but a little shot on net. Scrum for it. Saints recover. Naya and Avery are defenders with Juliet. Nice shot by the Saints there, but Brianne makes easy work of that. She's going to throw it out to Naya. And into the neutral zone, Lexi tries a head-on stab. Probably the hardest play in Ringette to do, but she's tied up and it's going to be a Saints ring. So Saints are going to start off with the ring in the neutral zone. And we might need another ID check on number 22 there. I think she's supposed to be playing in the open division, probably 22 plus years of age, but playing U14 today. Saints with a shot on Brianne again, but that stopped. Quickly up to Nora Veach, up to Paisley Pilipow. She's working it around trying to find a pass to Ella Weimer, but got caught in her skates. Aubrey back in the neutral zone. She's fighting through a check. She gets checked, tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty for the Saints. Looks like the Saints are going to be going to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. I'm also trying to, not only fighting this man cold, but also trying to survive in this rink. It's about minus 45 in the rink, minus 20 outside. Rush with it. This is Rachel, Lexi, and Maeve on the power play. Rachel with a nice pass to Maeve. Shot goes over the shoulder. Rachel with a nice back pass back to Maeve again. Rush looking for a reset. They do get a reset, but the Saskatoon Saints recover it. Into the middle, picked off by Avery, quickly back in. And we got another Saints penalty coming. This is going to be a good opportunity for the Rush. Got the Saints on the hooking penalty. So we're going to have a 5-on-3, which means that the Saints can only have 2 defenders in their zone. So you're going to see the Rush set up, kind of a triangle formation, and pass it around looking for an opportunity. It looks like Rachel, Lexi, and Maeve are going to do that. Maeve at the top, down to Lexi, and a quick pass. Beautiful, quick play. And that's 1-0 Rush. It's a beautiful play. So you got Rachel to Maeve to Lexi for the goal. Nice assist. Got 14-11 left in the first period. That's your first goal. It's 1-0 Rush. Saints start with the ring. They are coming down. Quick shot. Easy work again by Brianne. Just an absolute brick wall in the net. She is just amazing in that net. Now Juliet up to Nora Stewart. Nora Stewart working around. Quick pass over to Juliet, which is a nice play. Nice try. Juliet just couldn't find the handle. Paisley Pilipow's got it now. Passes it to Juliet, who gets a quick reset, but goalie's got that one. Passes it up into the neutral zone. Juliet already back. Up to Nora Stewart again. Nora Stewart blows through the Saint defender there and passes it into the corner for Paisley. Out to Juliet, who's got a nice shot on net. And that's in the net, folks. play there by moving, passing it around, finding Juliette in the front, and a nice shot for 2-0. Saves with it. Headed over the blue line, and Maeve Humble is going to get a penalty for 2 minutes. And she blew that kid up. That's going to be a well-earned 2 minutes. Need a little TV timeout to take care of some business there. And we're back. Saints have it. We got 4-on-4 situation. Avery defending with Ella and Naya. Hear the whole Rush chanting from their bench. Oh! The Saints find the blocker side. They will score to make it 2-1. So it looks like actually the penalty for the Saints had expired. So Maeve didn't have to serve her for her full 2 minutes. She probably should have for that penalty, but she gets out because they scored a goal there. So let's see if the Rush can answer. Lexi McNeil skating fast. Tries a drop pass to Juliette. It's a little bit off the handle. And Saints recover it. Logan Gilroy with some good defense and battling in that neutral zone. Juliette already back. And they are fighting for it. And they win. Logan's coming out with it. Logan up to Lexi McNeil. Lexi circling, nice way to buy some time there and some space, just kind of sticking to the outside. Very good play that we've been trying to teach them to do rather than going up to that high point of the center and getting pushed out. Saints recover it though, and they're back into the Rush's end, but Avery makes quick work of that defensive play. But we're going to play a little bit of ping pong. It's back into the Rush's zone there after the neutral zone. Avery kind of got tangled up there. Up to Rachel. Rachel got it to Ella. Ella and Nora have a chance here. They got a 2-on-1. Ella's got a little bit of a break, and she overskated the ring. Nice little chance there, but couldn't quite find the handle. Emerson gets kind of tripped up, and the Saints are on the ring, so it's going to be a goalie ring here. So Brianne's going to get the ring. There we go, plays resuming. Brianne looking for an option. She tosses it up to Emerson. Emerson battles through a check up to Paisley. Paisley in the middle, nice try to Nora Stewart. Just missed the handle again, but nice play. Some quick movement through that neutral zone. Paisley moving it around. Rush just kind of throwing the ring around, looking for a reset. Shot clock's going to go off, and the Saskatoon goalie is going to get the ring. Actually, it looks like it's going to be Rush ring. And I cannot make sense of that one. For all the knowledge I have, I cannot figure out why this one goes to the Rush. It was a shot clock violation, but Maeve's going to try to capitalize on this chance. Skates it around, and tries a shot, but that's blocked by the Saints center. Maeve passes it, nice pass to Rachel. Rachel with a quick shot, nice quick release, but the goalie saved her on that one. That was a nice play. Naya checking in the neutral zone. She's pressured by 3 Saints. Gets knocked down, gets back up and gets the ring. And she gets it up to Rachel, skated over it. Saints with it back in the neutral zone. Naya skating back. And looks like Naya's going to get a penalty here. So Naya's going to go to the box. Number 17, 2 minutes for cross-checking. That was definitely a penalty as well. Good call. So the Saints will be back on the power play here. Referee's just having a little bit of a conference. Trying to determine whether, I would imagine, if it's going to be a 4-minute or if it's going to just be a 2. Looks like they're talking about the cross-checking penalty. They're going to give a penalty shot here, folks. And a major for cross-checking. So we are going to have probably the most exciting thing that happens in Ringette. We're going to have a penalty shot. Unfortunately, it's not for your rush, it's against your rush. Brianne is going to be up against the Saskatoon Saint here that got checked from behind there by Naya. And Naya's also going to get a 4-minute penalty. Naya's also got a 4-minute major penalty for that, which means that she has to serve every single minute of that penalty, even if they score or not. So here we go. We got number 55, it looks like, for the Saints. We got a penalty shot happening. Alrighty. So here we go. I have my money on Brianne. Let's take a quick bet, folks. I'm putting my money on Brianne, but you let me know in the comments what who you think you have. But Brianne's been a brick wall all season long, and I'm gonna say that the odds are gonna be in her favor for this one. Referee just giving some quick instructions to the Saints player. This doesn't happen very often in Ringette, but I do like the call. There's some instructions going on now to Brianne. Set things up. Okay, here we go. Things are set up, and here comes the Saint player. Brianne kind of comes out, challenging, and she stops there. And whoever took the Saints to score there, you can send an e-transfer to my account there with your loss. I'll gladly put it to something of good use. It's expensive, and my wife's going crazy with Christmas shopping and blowing up her credit card right now, so I could use some extra funds to pay that off. Saints have a 4-minute power play now, though, so they got that penalty shot, which was dispatched by Brianne, but now they got a 4-minute power play. So, and that power play will not end if they score. Brianne with another big save. She's got the ring. She gives it to Aubrey quickly. Emerson is there. Oh, Aubrey just got pinned down and checked, but it comes back to Brianne. Brianne over to Emerson, and the Saskatoon Saints just tripped her. So hand is going in the air. We got a penalty coming to the Saints. Brianne skating off the ice. Lexi is in the neutral zone. So Rush got about 10 seconds to do something here. They're going to set up the box and try to pass it around, but they only got 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and nothing doing. So Rush are going to get a little bit of a break there. There's only about 3 minutes left in their penalty, so 2 minutes of that's going to be spent 4-on-4 here. So we got Saints for a trip, and we have Nora Stewart. Looks like Nora Stewart, Ella Weimer, and Avery down low because they can only have 2 forwards out there. And Logan's the second defender on the ice, so a 4-on-4 situation. Remember those e-transfers, folks. Those ones that took the Saints to score on that power play. Ella Weimer over to Avery. Avery looking for something, passes it back to Ella. Ella with a little squeaker that just finds its way through somehow. You know, they talk about putting the mustard on the shot there. That is what we refer to in Rush Entertainment as a muffin, folks. That was a muffin that was baked up by Ella Weimer, but somehow found the net. Baking muffins and just sending them home, but sometimes you get lucky, folks. And that one found the net. Saints with it. Emerson providing some pressure. Emerson and Aubrey on the ice with Maeve here and defending. Emerson checks. She's working hard to try to get it out. She's checked by the 2 Saints players. The Saints are going to keep the Rush in their zone. Rush defense being much more aggressive this game. Checking hard. Maeve at the top. And a nice shot by the Saints there, but another nice blocker save by Brianne. Emerson passes it up to Nora Veach, who is able to touch it. Saints get it in their zone, up into the neutral zone. Emerson on the Saints, she gets a shot. It's blocked by Brianne as well. And quickly up to Maeve. Maeve up to Nora. Another missed stab. Nora spending more time on the ice than the Zamboni did to clean it. Is down for the second time, and now Emerson is checked. And that's going to be a Saints penalty. So the Rush are going to go back on the... It's going to be 4-on-3. So the Rush are going to have that 3-on-2 opportunity down in the Saskatoon zone. Looks for like 23 seconds. So they're going to have 23 seconds of 3-on-2 before it reverts back to 3-on-3 in the zone, but will be likely 4-on-4. But that's going to do it for the rest of that major penalty. So once this is all finished up, Naya, when she gets out of the box, Rush might be back to full strength. Juliet, with a shot that almost found the back there. It was kind of a flubber, but Saints quickly back. Pass it over, nice play. Very nice play by the Saints there. Caught the Rush sleeping on that break. Beautiful pass by number 20 over to 10. Brianne didn't have much chance on that one. So 3-2. We got 3-2. We got 4-on-4 still. The one penalty was over, but that recent penalty from the Saints still stands. So we got 4-on-4 here. Rush will look to answer yet again. Maeve looking for 7 points. It was about it was a good field goal, but it wasn't an accurate shot. Saskatoon back with the ring. Rachel with the good back check, gets the ring, flicks it into the neutral zone, but that's intercepted by the Saints. Saints coming into the zone again. Another shot. Brianne saves that one. And Maeve collects the ring into the neutral zone up to Rachel. Rachel is looking for somebody. Passes it into the corner to Lexi, who comes off the bench. What a beautiful pass over to Rachel. Or is that Maeve? No, that was Maeve, and she got blown up there by that defender. No call on that. She's a little slow to go off. Saints with it through the neutral zone. Emerson providing some checking pressure. Aubrey with the ring now up to Nora Stewart. That goes over 2 lines, and Rush are going to have to look at this ring. Oh, Nora decided that ring was too tasty, so she thought she would take it, but that was over 2 lines. Just hard to resist, you know, when it's sitting there all perfect, waiting for you to just grab it. It's sometimes hard to resist, so. And she fell for it. It just was too tasty not to try to take. So Saints get it all the way back to the Rush zone. Saints with it. It's one smaller player, but she's got a goal already this game. She's trying to work it around. Avery and Logan defending with Juliet. Avery's got it now going behind her net. And she does a back pass, support pass to Logan. She's checked by 2 Saskatoon Saints players. Logan passes it up. It's hit by a Saints player. Up to Juliet, who passes it over to Lexi. Nice try with a shot. Whether the goalie stopped that or it kind of went wide, but a nice fast release there by Lexi. Saints get it. They quickly transition it up. Aubrey with a beautiful defensive play. Stayed goal side there. And blocked that shot. And then they got tangled up, and it's going to be Saints ring in the Rush zone here. So we got 3-2 for Rush, still leading. About 3 minutes left in the first period. Saints will go on the attack again. Emerson pushing out. Aubrey and Ella. Just drop pass there by the Saints. Tried to crack through, but nothing having it. Shot kind of goes wide. Ring kind of bounced to Brianne, and Brianne's going to pass it up through the feet of the Saints player to Ella. Quickly up to Nora Veach. Paisley Pillipau, nice transition through the neutral zone, and Nora Veach is going to look to set something up here down low for the Rush. Rush with a nice shot there. It was into the goalie's pads. Paisley trying to move it around to Ella in the middle. She's checked and it goes to the goalie. Saints into the neutral zone. Aubrey checking. Falling. Saints falling. Aubrey looking to clean that ice like Nora Veach was doing there a couple shifts ago, looking to get some extra Zamboni time out there. Rachel quickly up to Maeve. Maeve barreling in with a shot. Only stopped it. Had trouble finding the ring, so she 5-second count went on. So it's going to be Rush ring again. Beautiful chance there. Nice pass by Rachel to Maeve. And Maeve flying in with speed. Wasn't able to capitalize. Maeve with a bullet from the free play line, or free ring, goes top corner, and she's going to score an unassisted goal. So she just didn't have she was a little bit upset with herself there from that breakaway and decided that she's going to take matters into her own hands. And she lights up the light with a top corner shot. Got 4-2 for the Rush. The Saints have the ring back and try a shot on Brianne. That's definitely not going to beat Brianne. The Saints are going to get it back after it gets tied up here. Low right outside of Brianne's crease. Saints have the opportunity here. Avery pushing out with Logan on defense. And Juliet up front, center. Saints cycling it around. Saints, nice little low play there, and a nice shot, but that one is nicely saved by Brianne. Defense kind of let that girl make her way through in that play, but Brianne was that last line of defense. I'm going to stoppage here. It looks like a both sides violation or a four-in violation. So Rush are going to get a free ring in the neutral zone. Aubrey, fresh off her Zamboni shift. She passes it over to Emerson and kind of bobbles it. We got a quick turnaround for the Saints. Turned into a breakaway, but nicely stopped by Brianne again. I guess Aubrey and Emerson just wanted to test Brianne once more by giving the other team a breakaway there off of that free ring. Rush recover the ring up to Nora Stewart. Nora Stewart up to Paisley Pilipow. We got about 10 seconds left in the period, so Paisley working it around, tries a shot. And that's going to be it for your first period, folks. We got Rush leading by a score of 4-2. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank sponsors for the Rush 14AA Rush this year, Preferred Energy, and many others that have stepped up to the plate to pay for and assist with the plethora of clothing that's been bought. There are hoodies and backpacks. The girls look decked out and great in all their gear, and the many bus trips that we all enjoyed. One as recently as last weekend. Some rowdy parents on the bus. You know, for those of us that like to mind ourselves and mind our own business and enjoy to sleep once in a while. Some guys were out of control. I don't know who, but I mean they should, you know, maybe we'll dial her back there on the bus next time so that us folks that, you know, could use extra rest really could get an opportunity to do that. But it's always a good time. Always a good time. There was many Liar's Dice games played. Some people had to have some fireball shots. You can never not deny a good cinnamon heart whiskey tasting shot as punishment for failing to call if someone lied to you or not in Liar's Dice. As many of you can probably attest to, of being on these wonderful trips to these locations. Parents must have fun too. So here we go. Rusher leading 4-2. We got 17 minutes on the clock for period number 2. And don't be shy in the comments, folks. There, like, I know that you're really enjoying this this treat of commentating you're getting today. It's not going to happen very often, but you know, by popular demand, I may come back for another chance at this. But you just have to let us know how wonderful I actually am doing. I'm a very humble type of person, but I believe I'm probably already the best commentator you've ever heard in Rush Entertainment, and even the most honest. So we appreciate you tuning in and watching your granddaughters play. Even your daughters, if you're not able to be at this ring. Rush. Nora Beach. He's got it up into the same zone. Maeve Humble trying to skate it around. Maeve, she puts another bullet in. Nice shot. That's Maeve with an assist from Juliette Watko. Alrighty, folks, so we got 5-2 there with Maeve with another shot with assist from Juliette. Saints have the ring back. And checked by Juliette. It's quick work of that girl. Up to Lexi. Lexi tries to get it back to Juliette. Missed the stab. Saints shoot it into Avery's chest. Back to Juliette. And we got Rush attacking again here. Rush definitely looking more into this game. They are definitely playing with more intent. More intent than last game. Definitely stabbing more rings. It's like Lexi just did there. Making better passes and taking good shots. Saints have it in the neutral zone. Pass it up. Player kind of runs into the ref. She's got the ring back though. Saints still working it around. Juliette gets it up to Ella. Ella's got a chance here to send Paisley for a break. Paisley tries to break through. Back to Ella. Nice play. She didn't overcommit there. Paisley with a nice play there back to Ella. Didn't overcommit. Nora Stewart coming in on the break, tried a shot. Nora Stewart down, but she gets back up. Paisley, now they're fighting for the ring. Paisley gets it, and it's going to be a goalie ring. Goalie's looking for the ring. Ella Weimer and Paisley are going to apply some pressure, but the Saints are going to get it into the neutral zone. Saints quickly into the Rush zone. Try a one-timer, but it's found on. Ella with it up to Paisley. Paisley taking her time in the neutral zone, finds Logan. Logan's just a little shooken up. She's going to head off. Nora Stewart gets it back in the same zone. Nora passes it to Maeve, who's got a couple goals already. And a field goal. She's got one field goal and a couple goals. There's Nora Veach. Tries to break through, but she is met by a wall of sticks there. You cannot break through that triangle like that. Rachel steals the ring from Maeve. Over to Nora Veach, who's instantly checked, but nice drop pass to Rachel. Rachel with a shot right at the chest. Oftentimes we try to, here at Rush Entertainment, we're not scared to tell you folks that as much as our players try, I've never seen them bury a hole through a goalie's chest yet. but we have tried very hard this year to do it. And that one certainly hadn't found the hole yet. And Rachel gets it back. Passes it to Maeve in the middle. What a beautiful pass over to Nora. Blows it about a foot wide, but that was a nice play. Kind of a tic-tac-toe kind of play, and it set up Nora on the corner. Just couldn't finish it. Rush still checking hard. Saints having a tough time getting out of their zone into the neutral zone. Pass it up. Missed their passes again. Naya has the ring again. She does a support pass over to Avery, who has trouble getting it in the corner, and it's going to be a turnover to the Saints. The shot that's blocked by Naya. The shot doesn't make it through. Saints slowing things down here, setting things up again. A little flubber onto Brienne, but she ain't gonna let that one in. They'll need a lot better shot than that to get by her. Saints do get it back though, and they're gonna cycle around. A nice drop pass again, or they do that drop pass. And a quick shot, very well executed by them. Worked for them on the one occasion, but not on that one. Juliette's able to get the ring. And up to Lexi, back to Juliette, now to Nora Stewart. Let's see what the Rush can do. Nora Stewart drives in. Nice little shot there, but once again finds that ever beautiful target of the front crest of the goalie. Rush get the ring back in the neutral zone. Lexi McNeil with a shot. Goes wide, but Nora Stewart's able to pick it up. Nora Stewart cycling around. Ring goes out. Ring goes out of kind of the lower attacking zone, and shot clock's going to go off, so the goalie is going to get it. Goalie ring up to the Saint player, but there is just mayhem. That was quite entertaining. There was about 17 kids on the ice there in that dog pile. We're going to be a goalie ring back to the Saints. Juliette applying some pressure. Juliette, with that pressure, is going to get a penalty. So we got Juliette going to the box for body contact. You go to the box, you feel shame. And then in 2 minutes you get out. That's where she's going to be, folks. Saints back on the power play. Halfway through the second period. Halfway. Rush able to get it up. Ella to Paisley. Paisley tries to break through the three-way, but she can't do it. Ella with a shot on the net, just missed the side. Paisley applying pressure. Naya checking in the neutral zone. Over to Logan, who's also checking. Logan's able to intercept that pass, but she gets checked. And Saints get a chance there, but Brienne stops that with a nice pad save. Naya applying some defensive pressure. Jets work it over, and shot about 3 feet wide. And Rush are able to recover. This is Naya. Got the ring. She's lost the handle up a couple times there. But she's still able to get it over to Logan for a nice support pass into the neutral zone to Ella, and now it's up to Paisley, who's all by her lonesome down in the Saint zone, and she gets crushed by the the Saint, but she gets up and she's continuing. She was left all by her lonesome, just like Nave is now as Paisley goes for a change. And Maeve is skating it around. Better to spend the rest of this penalty down in the attacking zone though, so nice patience here by the Rush to move it around. Avery with a backhand shot right into the blocker. She's able to attack in that zone because of obviously the Rush's penalty, so they're down a forward. Saints get it out. Emerson with some nice checking in the middle, but Maeve with some beautiful back checking, and she gets, whoa, that was quite the hook. No call though. Refs didn't like it. That was not a penalty, apparently. So Saints worked it around. Didn't really get a quality chance out of that, but there's a nice chance by the Saints. A little shot on with a nice pad save by Brianne. Saints still pressuring. And they shoot it about, well, it looked about 6 feet to the left of the net and high. I'd also like to bring us back to last weekend there. We had some decent meals provided by the Pillipows. It would have been better company if Kyle Pillipow chose not to come, but he just happened to make the trip when he should have probably just been working. But you know what? It is what it is, folks. Sometimes you have to deal with company you don't want to deal with, and you get stuck with some of those folks, so we'll get over it. Saints are going to get a trip. So we got the Rush working the box down low as the delayed penalty's happening. So Saints are going to be shorthanded. Rush tried to set up that 4 box there. We've got 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. And I only kid, folks. Pillipow is doing a great job with the food on the trip, making those trips affordable for us as our better halves absolutely crush the credit cards during this Christmas season. Have to default on a mortgage payment or two just to make it through the Christmas season at times, it feels like. At least in our household we might have to, but I don't know how everyone else is doing. Rush still setting things up here. We got Paisley, Nora Stewart. Paisley with a nice reset there. Ella Weimer also in. Nice back pass by Paisley. Just mishandled, and Saints recover it. But they give it right back. In the neutral zone, Avery Naya providing some defense in that neutral zone. Quickly out to Paisley. Paisley up to Nora Stewart. Kind of missed, but touched, so Paisley's able to take it back. Ella. Okay, Saskatoon player went in the crease, so the Rush are going to get this ring back. And truth be told, folks, like I said, the most honest commentator you probably ever see. I was probably one of the loudest on the bus. So, you know, just to take you back to that moment and provide you some context there. I don't know if I was getting evil looks, but at one point we got kicked out of the back of the bus. So, it happens. It happens. Saints goalie gets it up, quick pass into the neutral zone, but she doesn't have an option. Aubrey with it. Aubrey passes it up to Nora Beach. That's it. Over to Maeve. Through the screws. Missed that one. Saints recover into the neutral zone again. Quick pass in the middle. They got a quick break, and she is taken out by Aubrey. Could have been a penalty too, but referee's letting them play. Well, we always like that. Always like that when they let them play like that. A couple could have gone either way on it at times, and it's a good thing. They're doing a great job out there. Well, as I say that, Maeve gets blown up from behind, and looks like the Saints are going to get another penalty. Yeah, for body contact. So Saints, parents sound a little frustrated here because they're going to go back to the box. But it is what it is. Juliette has the ring, tries a shot, it's a little wide, gets kind of blocked before it makes it through, pardon me. Saints player quickly checked by the rush, and it's going to be a rush ring again. 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in this game. Rush with a 5-2 lead. Played definitely better than this morning's effort. Juliette with a backhanded shot try, but that's moved aside by the goalie. Saints recover, and they're into the neutral zone, dumping it in down low into Rush's zone. Trying to work it around, but it's a shot clock violation, and Rush are going to get the ring back. It's going to be a Rush goalie ring. Brianne has the ring, and she finds Juliette. Juliette gets it back up to Nora Stewart. Pass is blocked. So Saints are going to recover it in the neutral zone. They're going to bring it back in. Avery applying some pressure. Juliette quickly back. Up to Lexi. Lexi, they're looking for a change. They're looking for an option, actually, but there's lots of changing happening there. So Lexi, smart play. She, took her time, kind of regrouped in the neutral zone, and was able to find one of our players. Paisley check here down low, and she's got the ring back. So we got Paisley, Nora, and Ella applying some pressure, trying to score a goal. Nora with a shot, kind of deflected and saved by the goalie. Ella just ran into one of the Saints there, and it was like running into a brick wall. That girl didn't move, but Ella sure did. Full out yard sale there. Saints recover it. Pass it over almost 2 lines, but Rush recover it. Quick transition up to Norris Beach. Nora Beach cracking through. Tries a shot. A little bit wide. A good opportunity there. Paisley and Nora, they're looking for a change, so Paisley dumped it off there and went off for that change. Rachel quickly out, now applying some pressure. In the neutral zone, Emerson gets checked from behind. Looks like she's okay, but that's going to be another penalty for the Saskatoon Saints. And that's going to be a body contact penalty for the Saints. So they're going to spend the rest of this game shorthanded, pending a possible goal by the Rush. But 1:12 remaining in the game. It's a 2-minute penalty there for body contact for the Saints. Rush with it. Here's Rachel. Rachel skating around, cycling. Looks like they're going to set something up. Rachel passes it over to Lexi. Lexi takes a little bit of a whack, goes around, tries a reset. Goalie's going to get it though. Goalie passes it over to one of the defenders, but it's blocked by Maeve. Saint is able to get it back and into the neutral zone, but goes to Logan Gilroy, who's up to now up to Lexi. So quickly back into the Saint zone. Lexi working it around. Drop pass to Maeve. Rush just controlling time here, it looks like. Maeve skating around, tries a shot. It's blocked by the goalie. Rachel applying pressure. Rushing around. And that's going to be game, folks. It's going to be a 5-2 win. And to sign off us here at Rush Entertainment, I'd just like to thank all you viewers for watching. The most colorful and honest commentary that you could ever imagine at Rush Entertainment, and appreciate your viewership and comments and following along with all of your athletes. So keep enjoying the streams, and we love seeing you on social media. And thanks for joining us today. So that's going to be a 2-0 sweep for the Rush.